Coming to you live from Skip's Lounge in Buxton, Maine, it's Buffalo Buffalo.
It's Buffalo, 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 yeah!
Welcome back to Buffalo Buffalo. I am the mistress of ceremonies this week, and with me are, of course, as usual, Jerry, Paik, and Jeff!
Woohoo! Hey. And your name remains a mystery.
They should know me by now, right?
Everyone should know you by now.
They had a whole episode to listen beforehand.
I, of course, am Daphne, the queen of Buffalo Buffalo.
I didn't vote for you.
You didn't.
You don't vote for queens?
No, queens rule. They ascend to the throne. They don't need any voting. It's not a democracy. It just is.
We're living in a dictatorship.
Yes, we are.
Is that what, it's only episode 2, and we have already devolved to just quoting movies. That's what.
No.
How much of Holy Grail can we quote before we get hit with a copyright strike?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna kind of steer us back on track because I don't think we want that to happen. No. So last week we started off talking about the weather, and funny enough, Paik's weird weather continued, and he ended up losing power, so we were unable to record our other podcast because, well, it...
Yeah.
I lost power literally after we finished recording last episode.
Yeah, that is true.
Still, I just finished, hit the stop button on the record. It's like, cool, that was a great episode. Yeah. He's gone.
That is true.
So Paik stopped talking.
He did, and that's not like him.
That doesn't happen often.
It's not like him. He likes to talk, so yeah.
Every time I've got my cup of coffee with me, and it's like I make a grimacy face every time I take a sip. Not because it tastes bad, but because it smells awful. It's a butterscotch flavored coffee.
Interesting.
And so the taste is good, but it is a horrendous stench that comes off of this thing, and it's like, why?
But you still drink it because it tastes good?
It still tastes fine. It's just I got to get it out of my face.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe plug your nose.
If you could just drink it without having it near your face, that would be great.
I'm not sure that you can accomplish that.
If there was a way. A straw. Hot coffee through a straw doesn't sound wonderful, but...
No.
But what if it was one of those silly straws?
Give it time to cool down through the loop-de-loops? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, but Paik, I recommend not drinking hot coffee through a straw because it shoots to the back of your mouth very fast.
Never mind. It's not that kind of podcast. We're not going that direction necessarily.
Jerry, it sounds like you have experience with that.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, well, now we know, and knowing is half the battle.
So, you don't know how hard that was for me. But again,
I know what you wanted to say.
Jeff's already setting up copyright issues. Anyway, we probably are fine. But, still, I'm trying to be a good boy.
I know. That may be what it's about. Maybe I'll just be baiting you guys the entire episode.
Well, you are a masturbator.
I know. You beat me to you beat me to it because you also are.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. So we've started off with that already.
Oh God, that's a good eye roll we got going on there.
Yes. Level 5 eye roll for that one. So, do we want to kick it off with the game we did last week? I think we should do it. I've been holding on to this one, and I actually have more ideas that I haven't completely fleshed out, but this is something that one of my friends was talking about last week at trivia. So I decided, I think I'm just going to throw it out there. It's a very simple game that I know that you guys have heard of. 2 truths and a lie.
Oh, God. With no time to prepare at all.
Exactly. All I could think about it, though, is it just reminds me of when we used to play Fibbage in Jackbox, and whenever we played the Enough About Me version, it used to be excruciating for some people.
Oh, yeah, because it always, every time, I'm like, okay, well, this time I'm going to think of my 2 truths and a lie as we're playing the game. And then suddenly that round comes up and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't do any of that.
Forgot to do that.
Let's see. My name is Jeff. My name is Paik.
No, I will not accept such silly answers.
My name is
tonight.
Paik. We're talking on a podcast, and I totally prepared for this.
No, none of that is allowed.
Yeah, no.
Now, you guys, last week, I was a good sport. I participated in the impressions.
Yes, she's made us very aware of.
So, I feel that you guys should give the same effort to this game as I did last week.
I will give exactly as much effort to this game as you did last week.
I gave a lot of effort last week, so I'm expecting some pretty amazing things. Now, who wants to go first?
Okay. I think you have to choose them.
I have to choose them?
And I think technically you can play. I'm not the one making up the rules for the game, but I think technically you can play because there's not like a correct answers that you have in a cheat sheet like I did last week. So,
do you think that I came into this without having my truths and a lie prepared?
I didn't know either way, but then maybe you go for again. You make the rules. I'm not the boss.
Of course I do.
Maybe you go first because you're the only one that has any kind of preparation. I don't know. It's up to you.
No. Come on, guys. You get to think about it. Maybe I should play the Jeopardy theme. I don't know.
Copyright.
She's trying so hard to get us some copyright issues right off the bat.
No, I'm baiting you, and you have to refrain, and that is so much fun for me. Watching you guys squirm when I know you want to say something, it's perfect.
A verbal dominatrix.
Yep. Oh, watch out! Jerry may have passed out.
I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good.
all right.
Are you sure?
I'm fine.
I don't know. You went back in the chair, and I started to wonder if you were going to actually leave us for a minute, like lose consciousness.
We just see him continue to go backwards and just fall on his back.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Please,
Jerry.
let's not have that today. So
No.
So, Jeff, you're going first.
Awesome. All right, let's see here. Part of it's like I'm trying not to do things that it's like, well, I've talked about these things,
That's the issue. Because I'm like, what of these have I used already in the times that we've done this?
So you're trying to stump us.
Well, I'm trying to at least not be to say things like, I have a brother or something like that, and then you're like, well, we know you have a brother,
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go with this. Okay. The first album I ever bought on cassette was the Beatles' Revolver. The first movie I saw in theaters was An American Tail. And the first album I bought on CD was Nirvana's Nevermind.
Okay, those are some interesting statements. Jerry, Paik, what do you guys think?
For no real reason, which is kind of how this game works most of the time, I'm leaning towards the first movie in the theater being An American Tail, being the lie. It was a different movie. I mean, because obviously everybody has a first movie of some kind.
Yes.
okay, I'm leaning toward the Revolver because I would think he would get that on LP.
Maybe. I'm kind of leaning towards Revolver also.
So, Revolver was the first album that I bought on cassette. I bought it at the same time. Technically, I bought it at the same time as Abbey Road. The first album I bought on CD was a Best of David Bowie album.
Okay.
That's nice.
Well, Jeff, good job.
Yes. I
Okay.
think I won.
You think you won?
I just won. We can just
Okay.
close it all down right now.
You won one, okay?
I won one.
You won one round. There's only one round in this game. I don't want to terrify you and make you think that you've got to come up with another one.
Yeah. There's 4 rounds if we all count as our own.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody can't get a point.
Right.
Did anybody get that right?
None of us got it right, so Jeff gets the point for stumping us. Yes, Jeff.
Right,
Paige, it's your turn.
All right, let's see. Let's try to make these all like somewhat animal related. Let's see.
Animal related.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I was once involved in a family-wide hunt for a loose flying squirrel in the house. I have ridden a camel. And when I was really young, my parents took me to see and meet mermaids.
Are mermaids animals?
Of course.
Well, half
Aquatic
I don't
beings.
know.
Well, I guess they are
that.
in the sense that humans are animals, right?
Well, the lower half is,
Yeah. They're manimals.
It's on a scale.
You know what? That's a debate. We can debate with Paige about this later.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Paige was not involved in a family-wide search for a flying squirrel in the house. It was, in fact, a moose.
A moose on the loose?
Are we going...
It was Bullwinkle. It was not Rocky.
Well,
Okay.
But if it was in Canada, it would be a moose and on the loose in the hoose.
We're not talking about that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Jerry, what do you think?
I'm thinking the mermaids.
I don't know. I feel like the mermaids seem like it's so unlikely that it could be like that it is true. Honestly, I'm going to go with the second one. I'm going to go with the camel.
Okay. So, yeah, no, my cat brought in a flying squirrel that she thought she had killed at one point, dropped it on the carpet, and then it took off running. So that happened. And then, yeah, the Dallas Zoo, when I was a little kid, on the for their aquarium portion, had like an event, and they had these ladies in mermaid outfits that would swim around in the aquarium in front of the glass and take pictures with kids and stuff. So, yeah, I've not ridden a camel. I rode an elephant at a circus once, but no camel. They had the camel there. I didn't ride the camel. I did the elephant.
That is a point for me.
Okay.
And that brings us to Jerry.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
Are you looking up your answers?
No, I am writing down my answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I have... When I watched Superman for the first time in the theaters, I suffered hearing damage because the volume was so high.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, next one. When my brother took me to go watch The Changeling for the first time, that, kind of super creepy haunted house.
The George C. Scott movie.
The George C. Scott movie. One part of it scared me so much I shit my pants. And the third one is I am a licensed civil engineer.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, there's no way you're a civil engineer.
Not licensed. He's been doing it for years off the radar.
Bootleg engineering.
The renegade.
You did not shit your pants. You shit someone else's pants.
That's real.
See, I'm coming up with how to make it a true statement, too, as well.
Yes.
Unsuccessful, but...
Jerry, I'm going to have to go with... I don't think that you shit your pants.
If y'all both went with that one, I'm going to employ what I noticed Daphne did on the last round, where you all picked something different, so there's no way the person can actually get a point for stumping everybody. But I can't go with the civil engineer thing, because I know that's true unless he's been lying or he's doing something. But I will go on the other side then of saying the Superman did not create hearing damage within you. That was a weird way to phrase that.
Okay,
you mean
Jerry?
I didn't suffer any hearing damage?
No.
Okay.
Just brain damage.
Just brain damage. Well, that's why I became an engineer. So, but I am a licensed engineer, and I have been for almost 20 years.
Yes. That, I think we were all pretty sure was
I just had to think of whether, it was like, okay, no, I know he's civil engineer. Like, if he was going to throw something in there, I'm not civil engineer.
Well, but, they say we're mean, but I say, civil engineers are not mean. We are calculating, but we're not cold.
Okay.
Okay, and when I watched Superman, they had the volume way, way up, and I did suffer some hearing damage.
So a point for Daphne and a point for Jeff. So Jeff and I are tied.
I think I'm officially eliminated. I mean, I'll still answer on the next one, but I don't think I can.
So whose pants did you shit?
Nobody's, because, the only thing is I vomited a little bit because it was scaring the hell out of me because I really don't like, creepy dead kids. But
they're better. They're okay once you get to know them.
Embrace them. No, I'm going to not say it.
Yeah, but the worst...
Do not embrace the dead kids.
It's against the law.
Especially when they're ghosts.
Yeah.
And they're running around to tiptoe through the tulips. That's the best part.
Yeah, that's the other kind.
Okay, so here are my 3. When I was 12, a neighborhood boy chased me with a bucket full of snakes, but he didn't catch me. When I was a teenager, I was fascinated with this dance TV show and decided I wanted to be a host or a radio DJ. And the third one, Coca-Cola used a photo of Adam Rippon in their 2018 Olympic promotional materials, and it was a picture that I took.
Okay. I am going to say the first one, which I've half forgotten, but that was the one that
a snake chased her around with a bucket full of boys, and
yes,
oh,
it was not a snake; it was a flying squirrel.
It was a flying squirrel that shit his pants.
Okay.
While watching An American Taste.
Yep.
And suffered hearing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Okay, Jerry, what do you think?
I think it would be the first one as well. Bucket of snakes.
Okay. Pake.
Unless it's just a part of you that you've kept secret forever, because we've talked about so many different things, I don't think you've ever once mentioned dreams of radio personality or hosting or anything like that. So I'm going with the second one.
So, when I was 12, James Smith chased me home with a bucket full of snakes.
That bastard.
Terrified the crap out of me because I'm terrified of snakes. When I was a teenager, I was fascinated with this dance show. I wanted to be a host. And I know I've never talked about it. I was trying to think of things I've never talked about. And that's really hard because with the three of you and with Pake, we've talked about so many things. I did want to be a radio DJ, and I did get to be a radio DJ for a very short period of time. So it was fun. Coca-Cola did use one of my photos to promote.
But it was not Adam Rippon. Yeah.
That was... Yeah. I almost went that direction because I was like, well, the Coca-Cola using a photo, I've heard 100 times from you in different capacities. But I was like, but I don't remember you ever mentioning that it was Adam Rippon. And I figured, that would have been included. But then I was like, maybe she's just being humble about that. But no.
It was actually Nathan Chen. And he did not win in 2018, but he did come back in 2022 and won the Olympics. So, yeah.
I thought it was, but... Yeah.
One of my favorite memories. Cool things. So Jeff and I are tied.
Oh.
Oof, how do we break this tie? That I did not think about.
Well, I don't think you should win.
Why? Because I won last week?
No, that was the end of it. That was the end of my argument.
I don't really have any reasons. I just feel strongly.
Think you should win.
I just don't think you should win.
Well...
It's like when the birthday kid wins. They're not supposed to win. You have to let one of your guests win.
That's a rule?
Win. Oh, absolutely. It's a rule.
Okay, well, when I have my trivia birthday parties, my team absolutely does win over the other teams. So, I don't know about that. So I don't know what to do about this tie.
You're the master of ceremonies, so you get to figure it out. Boom. Oh.
I think we have to do an impression off.
No. Because, Jeff, we did impressions last week. And I won. So we don't need to do it again. And since I'm hosting this week, we're going to leave it as a draw. Okay.
All right. That's fine.
And what would you do, Peg?
I don't know.
If you were in charge this week?
I don't know. That's a hard game to come up with a tiebreaker for, because I don't feel like coming up with 3 more things on the spot.
No.
Again.
And I don't think Jerry does either. So I think we'll leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I wouldn't say it's cool, but I just had like something I was thinking about, because every time I'm like leaving work in the office, there's like a bunch of golf stuff. And so it was just more of like a thing that I do or I think about. And I was like, I wonder what there. So there's a golf clothing and accessories company called Titleist.
Okay,
and
I've heard of them.
For the life of me, anytime I see that word, I will not pronounce it or say it in my head correctly. And most of the time out loud, even. It is Titleist. And it will always be. Because that's what I see. But I can't help it. It's like I know what it is, and it's still, Titleist. So it made me think, it's like, what if you guys have any other kind of stuff like that, where like, for whatever reason, there's a word or a brand name or something that you just cannot say correctly for one reason or another. So I give like some other examples, I guess, from my life that I kind of pulled, which again, pulling from another entertainment kind of thing. But Jeff knows I'm talking about the Office Ladies podcast with Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey talking about
I want to see
stuff.
if it's the same one that I do.
Oh, I'm 100% sure it is. Because Angela is from Texas, as am I.
Oh, that one. Okay.
And so for whatever reason, we're not here in Texas, we're not allowed to chuck anything anywhere. That word has an N in it, and I will always say that I'm chunking something across the room. I'm chunking something at a wall. There's an N in that word, and it will never be broken from me, and it's just the Texas in me, I guess. That's how that works. Also, I don't like using the words weary, leery, or wary, because I never know which one to fucking use. They all mean the same thing and the different things at the same time to me. I'm wary, weary, leery of using that word because I don't know which one is which.
You're fatigued.
Okay, weary means you're tired.
Like tired of having to say this thing.
You're fatigued.
One of my favorite actors is Dennis Wary.
Yeah. Now, Larry, I don't have a problem with. That one I slotted in where it belongs, but...
Mario?
Mario. I want to harp on certain people, too bad, but like, Mario?
Mario.
It's not hard. I'm sorry.
Mario.
It's not hair.
I have heard too many people say Mario. My one that I've really started saying since listening to Office Ladies is anytime somebody or I hear the word sabotage, my response is, did you say sandwich?
What? I'm missing out on this podcast, I guess.
It's pretty great.
Every time I hear Judas Priest Hellbent for Leather, I sing Hellbent for Lemons. It's just a decision that I've made.
Are you that committed, Jeff?
Mm-hmm.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
What about you, Jerry?
I think for the longest time I was pronouncing Nutella as Nutla.
Nutla, okay. That sounds an awful lot like neutered.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't know.
the fancy ass scarves they're Hermes scarves. Hermes.
Hermes.
No, they're Hermes.
That's a god.
Like you made me actually do a double take there because I was like, they are Hermes.
No.
Oh wait, no, that's right.
Hermes is a Greek god.
It's Hermes. Well, it's spelled the same way.
It is, but it's Hermes. Now, you guys know I mispronounce things all the time. Because I just don't know how to pronounce them, and I get corrected. And usually, it's at least 2 of you correcting me. So, I don't really have anything else.
Hang on, it's 3.
That's true.
Actually... I want to hear both Daphne and Peg try and pronounce creme fraiche.
Creme fraiche.
Yeah.
because you both got shit on for that one.
We
Thanks,
did.
Amelie, for that one. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's some Run for Your Lives stuff. Our other podcast references will bleed into here.
Yes.
Yeah, that one was...
We're going to do an episode, the four of us, on there sometime, and it's going to be a lot of fun because we're going to do a funny, older, scary movie. That's not really scary, it's just more funny, I think. It's going to be perfect. There'll be a lot of laughing, which is usually what happens anyway.
I guess better than a lot of crying.
Oh, really? So I need to bring tissues?
No, I'm saying a lot of laughing is better than a lot of crying. So hopefully we're shooting for the laughing.
I think we'll be laughing.
Let us know if you're crying out there.
Does our podcast make you cry?
All right, listeners, it's time for you to chime in. Who's sad?
Let's talk about grief.
No, let's not.
God.
Our air conditioning still isn't fixed.
At work?
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
And you're going into the office.
Apparently they're mining the parts right now to fix our air conditioner.
They might find them out where all the old E.T. games, you know those Atari E.T. games?
Yeah, no, they're farther away than that. Apparently it's in Georgia, and they're, like, walking it here or something.
Oh, maybe the camel that Peg didn't ride is bringing it.
If he's not
got to do something.
He might as well carry air conditioning parts.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of working half remote right now.
Okay.
I went in the morning, and then I came home when it was like, fuck off. No, I'm not doing this.
It's hard to concentrate if you're sweating.
It's not even sweating. I was falling asleep.
Yeah, that
when
too.
it gets that warm, it's just like...
Yeah.
You're being slow poached, is what's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Your brain doesn't like
Which
it.
I guess is better than being fast poached.
Mm-hmm. I think that's called boiled.
Well, Jeff is probably boiling at work, but
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, when it's like, what, 80 degrees?
Higher than that. I mean, it was...
Oh,
today
no.
today was 95 or something like that again. So it was... I mean, it had to be mid to high 80s in the office when I left.
I would not enjoy that.
Yeah, it was it was like 80, almost 80 when I
Wow.
got in the morning.
God, I'm sorry, but I would have turned around and gone right back out.
You get this shit figured out, and then I'll come back in.
Well, thankfully, at this point right now, I can work 100% remote if I had to, which is I'm so thankful for.
Yeah. Peg, would you say that not having AC is the worst part of your power being out?
No, not really. I mean, but if it was out for like a very long extended period of time, like Jeff is dealing with, then yeah, it would become much more of a problem. But if it's just out for like a day, I just don't open the door and I don't go anywhere, and then it kind of manages. It gets a little warmer, but it doesn't get too bad. Honestly, then the worst part is just like not having internet, so I can't stream anything onto my TV or whatever, and then I have to use my data to watch stuff on my phone, but then I can't plug my phone in to charge it because there's no electricity. So then if I try to entertain myself and have anything to do, then my phone dies. So that's the worst part for me on like a short term, no power.
That is such a millennial complaint.
It is.
As I'm saying it, I'm just like, God, I sound insufferable to anyone over the age of 50
I don't
right
have
now.
internet. What do I do?
You know what? I wouldn't know what to do. Like, I can deal if the internet goes out because I can use my phone as a hotspot. But if the power goes out, I'm not someone you want to be around.
It's true. I've communicated with you while the power is out, and you are not a fun person to talk to.
I'm not. I'm grumpy. I'm mad because I can't do anything.
But by the way, the power's still
Yeah, the last time he talked to you during something like that, he's still dealing with the same situation that happened to Jerry at Superman.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
the brain damage.
I don't think I was that bad. I think I was grumpy. Super grumpy. You'll have to ask Chris, because he kind of knows when to stay away from me when I'm in one of those moods. Usually it's the power of the internet going out that puts me over the
I'm
edge.
used to things like that happening because, I grew up, I went more than half my life without internet. So.
I know, but it's a magical thing now, and I wouldn't want to be without it. I wish I'd had it longer. And then in some ways, I'm glad I was not in school with social media.
Oh my God! No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes! Yeah.
No kidding. I was in high school during the late '90s, so it was a kind of a thing. But I mean, it was like all the social blogging kind of stuff wasn't there. I went to school during the GeoCities and LiveJournal era.
I was just gonna say GeoCities.
Who here had a Zanga page? Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I had Angel Fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
GeoCities was a thing. I just remember all the websites were bright blue with yellow text that was flashing at you.
It's so much marquee text.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's when I learned web design, and that is something I didn't do because it just my eyes couldn't take the brightness.
Oh my God, the hot pink on black.
Yep.
And
flashing or scrolling. Every little animated GIF file that you could find was on your page.
You know what the granddaddy of these kind of pages was the hamster dance.
Hamsterdance.com.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Pake is very tempted to sing right now.
It's a struggle.
I'm hearing it in my head.
Yep.
So
and that's still a thing, and it's still operating.
It is still a thing.
Well, I think that this
Alrighty.
brings us to the end
Aww.
of another episode.
Now we can't talk or speak to each other anymore for another week. Dang.
It's true.
Yeah, about that, we'll probably be gaming in 5 minutes. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to find us, we are at buffalobuffalopodcast.com. We are also on Facebook and Instagram at Buffalo Podcast.
And my home address is... Oh, no.
Keep buffling.
Bye, son.
It's Buffalo, 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 yeah!